Back at the Naturopath. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Before we jump into this video, don't forget, at the end of the video, you can download some free resources that I've created just for you. The Candida Diet and Cleanse Starter Guide, the Ultimate Candida shopping list, the diet shopping list, and also the Candida Symptom Tracker, which you're going to find very useful. So these are all for free. So at the end of the video, just jump into yeastinfection.org/goodies and you can download these things at no charge at all. If you have any questions, remember you can always ask those and either I can get back to you or the team. So thanks for tuning in and we'll catch up with you at the end of the video. Bakker, the naturopath, how you guys going? Any shift workers out there? I used to be a shift worker for a long time. I know what it's like. There's a lot of advantages to working shift, especially the afternoon shift. Now, that's pretty cool. You got all day off and then you're starting at 3 p.m. and you're working through to 11 or midnight and you're still home and get in bed and you got the whole day again. Afternoon shift was my favorite. The one I hated was the midnight or the graveyard shift, when you're starting in the middle of the night and you're working right through to the morning. Can you maintain health when you're working a shift? You can, of course you can, but you can't maintain really good health if you're maintaining rotating shifts like I used to do when I worked in a flour mill. I would work rotating shifts, 1 week day, 1 week afternoon, 1 week night, 1 week day, 1 week afternoon, and this went on for a few years, and that ruined my health, made me sick. I got stressed. I can remember waking up not knowing whether to go to the bathroom or eat or work or what the hell I was doing. This happened a few times. I remember crying. I was so upset and so stressed. And that's when I got my Candida problem, when I was young, because I was stressed, I was vulnerable. I was living in a crappy place. Used to get a couple inches of water in the bedroom when it rained. Very moldy place with sort of black mold on the walls and stuff. And then I got the antibiotics and then that was the spiral down, right? It didn't have to be that way. Had I been on a permanent afternoon shift or been on afternoon shift for several weeks and then maybe night shift for several weeks, but the shifts that chop and change are the ones that ruin your health. Why? You can't get into a rhythm. You can't get into a diurnal rhythm. You can't get your body used to that. No person can get used to sleeping for 7 days at a set pattern and the next 7 days on another pattern and the following on another. Okay, we're not androids yet. We're moving towards being robots soon, but we're not quite robots yet, which means we haven't got buttons to push night shift, and then you're in night shift mode, like a computer or something. It's coming though. But while we still bleed when we get cut, while we've still got a functioning nervous system and a functioning hormone system, we need to get sleep at regular times. Sleep's the big one that wrecks a lot of shift workers. They don't get in the right sleep pattern or sleep mode. They get disrupted by kids. They get disrupted by the lawnmower next door. They get disrupted by the guy drinking across the road yelling out to his wife. They get disrupted. If you can get the sleep nailed and you can work out when to eat at certain times, you're going to go a long way maintaining your health working a shift. But try and get the bosses to understand that the rotating shifts are really not good for your health. They wreck your health, okay? That's the problem. With maintaining one shift for long periods of time, or maybe 2 shifts, but careful alternation, and you can work your lifestyle around that. So eating, I've spoken in previous videos on shift working, will become apparent when you're working these shifts. You'll soon work out when you're hungry and when you're not hungry. I've always wanted maintain that shift workers should eat less than non-shift workers. Keep your portion size small. And the key thing is to get adequate rest. And sometimes you do a split sleep, I'd find. You'd sleep maybe for a couple of hours here, wake up, have a light meal and do some activity and then have another rest period. So you don't have to sleep in one big 8-hour whack. Okay, not necessary. You can sleep a few hours here, a few hours there. When I wrote my Candida Crusher book, 700 odd pages over a couple of years, I would often get up at 3-4 a.m. and I'd start writing for a few hours. When it was dead quiet, when the dogs weren't barking, when the parrot wasn't screaming. So I could write and then I'd have a nap. I'd rest probably for about a couple of hours, and then I'd be up again all day and then go to bed at night. So, and you can do the same. You can do exactly the same. It's working out how much rest you need and the right time to eat. And remember, small portion sizes. And once you get that sorted and you get some balance there, you can start working things around a little bit. But unless the sleep's good, if you're doing that all the time, you're not sleeping. You're not sleeping well. And that's what's going to screw you up. All right? Thanks for tuning in. It's Eric Bakker again, the naturopath. I hope you enjoyed that video. Remember, go to yeastinfection.org/goodies if you want to download my free resources I've created just for people like you. These are things I used in the clinic for patients, and you'll find them very useful. It's the free Candida diet, the cleanse, so it's a good introduction on how to set your program together. There's the ultimate Candida diet shopping list, and there's also the Candida symptom tracker. yeastinfection.org/goodies. Thanks for tuning in and subscribe. Thank you.